It is 3:52 p.m. This is appeal number 157. Property address is 104 Burroughs Road. Owner is Rolf Marks. Am I saying that right? Yes. Town has a value at $735,600. Ask amount is $575 even. Okay, and today is, come on. Today is March 11th. Okay, now before we begin, I just have to have you swear in. I'm going to sign this. I'm going to ask you to sign right here after I administer this oath. Do you solemnly swear the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Yes?
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
So just quickly so I can explain, I am one of the 9 members of this board for this reval period. We hear these cases individually. When the hearing sessions are over and all 1,000 appeals have been heard, we will get into that conference room where you just were, and we will deliberate as a unit, all 9 of us, and we'll go through every single thing again. Then we'll make our decision, deliberate and decide. We'll then notify the assessor's office that night, and then they notify you within 5 days. So we probably have at least another 2 weeks of this. And then if we go in order, 157 should be heard, within that first week of deliberations. That's the window you're looking at. So probably sometime in April, hopefully, you'll hear something. Now, if you don't like what we come up with, they will give you instructions on how to proceed. You can come back next year, or you can move forward to court this year. And they will give you contact information and deadlines to, sound thrilled. But hopefully we'll get you good results, and then you can avoid all that. Okay, now's your chance. You tell me everything you want me to know.
Okay. First of all, my house was built in the 40s.
Mm-hmm.
And if I go too fast, let me know.
No, it's right.
In the 40s. And the main rooms, there were 4 rooms and what is called a master bathroom by 1940 standards. If you step inside and go like this, you poke holes on both sides. There's a picture.
Okay.
And nobody will spend $735,000 to buy a house where the master bedroom is nothing else but just a hole in the wall. Okay. Now, the next thing is the floor in the basement has holes in there to drain the water and a sump pump as well. But the main part of all is the walls are not cement.
In the basement?
In the basement. They are, what the heck is it? They are cinder blocks dating to the 1940s. So no one will be even thinking of buying that.
Yeah.
Santa is my oil thing. Santa technician just told me a short while ago, if you weren't this old, I would say spend a lot of money to put a new heating in there because yours is on the way out. I said, don't worry because I'm on the way out.
Don't say that.
So there we go. The original 4 rooms on the main floor have never been modernized. Okay. Never, ever. My neighbor houses are all up to date to the 22nd century. So to compare mine with the neighboring is ridiculous. It just does not, it isn't there. And as I said, I invited them to come in, but the assessors never came. So the so-called master bathroom I told you about is 4 feet wide.
The problem is, not that it's a problem, but the majority of value they're placing on your property is in your land. That's why I'm interested in your comps.
Yeah, and here again, I had an outside company.
Perfect.
And they said that others with simpler land
Okay.
Are decidedly lower than you are.
Okay, good.
But he said also the fact is that if you personally would come to look at the house for $700,000, you would not just look at the land. You would look at the house and say, the house needs to be torn down and rebuilt. And that's what actually contractors have told me.
Okay.
He said,
are you alone there?
I am all by myself.
Okay, we're going to do everything we can here, but there is also a program because of your age where you might qualify for a reduction in taxes on top of whatever we come up with.
Uh-huh.
I don't know anything. I don't know about. They would know more downstairs, but I think once you hit maybe 65 or 70, they help you stay in your home as best they can if you qualify. I don't know if it's an income thing. I don't know what your assets are like, but
Right.
if you qualify,
Right.
on top of whatever we do, they might be able to do
Right.
more.
I also, as you can see,
Yeah. I think there's actually. I don't want to say if there's not, but I think there might be. I think there might be something for veterans, but there's definitely something when you hit an age.
Right.
So let's explore that too.
Yeah, because I served in the Army during the Korean War.
Yeah. Oh, so did my uncle. He just passed away. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Not to make you feel.
So
And he said he was in Korea, and on Christmas Day, he came out of whatever, an office or whatever, and they were playing, I can't think of the artist, country music. Conway, somebody. And from then on, he was a country music fan, even though he'd never really liked it. But it just reminds him so much of home.
Uh-huh.
He grew up in Wisconsin. It's not particularly country, but anyway, he was a lifelong country music fan because of that. Maybe Conway Twitty, is that it? Maybe? I don't know.
So there we are. That's in essence the thing. The Tyler techs never bothered.
Okay.
They just drove by and took a picture from the outside and never looked inside. The house is. I personally have not spent any money. I have to admit that, because I was no longer interested. At my age,
Yeah.
you know, I live in the fast lane, bedroom, bathroom, kitchen.
That's all you need. So do you have children or no?
I have a boy and a girl. They're both in the mid-70s.
Okay.
And they're both retired.
Yeah, of course.
Ron lives down in Maryland.
Okay.
And my daughter Vicky lives up near Hartford.
Okay, so she's kind of close if you needed help.
She comes once a month. She comes and takes a look if Dad is still alive.
Oh my God.
And but I will say this: the VA sends every week somebody to clean.
Oh, that's nice.
Once for 3 hours, but hey, you know, I couldn't do it.
I know.
And they are asking me now if they should send a nurse to see me twice a week.
I have to say, I know your hip hurts, but like you seem like you're in good health.
Well, it's a false front.
Okay.
I have high blood pressure.
Oh.
And I've had several problems with my heart already.
Oh.
You know, one of those electric things.
Yeah.
And on top of all, I am very dizzy.
Oh,
do
you think it's that there's like an inner ear issue? Do you think it's that or no?
No. They are saying I have the choice. Either I stop taking my medication and then the dizziness will disappear. But then I'll be on a fast way to heaven.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm too young for that.
Well, when my sister had breast cancer, every medicine they prescribed had a side effect, and so then they would just give her another medicine for that. So it's a bad. So you don't want to take medicine for the dizzy. There'll be a side effect to that.
My heart medication is most of the problem.
Yeah.
And then I have, on top of all, I have a problem in my brain, and that shoots down here and immobilizes more or less my left shoulder. So when you say you look healthy, it's a false front.
Yeah.
But I don't let it get to me.
What do you like to eat?
Anything that's edible.
I'll make you stuff and I'll bring it. I'll drop it at your house once a week. How about that?
No,
I'm on a kick because I have a friend who's going through breast cancer, so I started doing it. And I didn't think I was that good of a cook, but I'm getting some pretty rave reviews from her and her kids. What you probably can't have a lot because of the heart stuff, like
very little.
So what can you like? I make macaroni and cheese, which is the best, but I don't know if that's good for you. There's a lot of cheese in that.
Oh, what is it?
Macaroni and cheese.
I like Italian, yeah, and I like anything Italian. I like because it's easy to eat.
Yeah, I know.
I cannot eat very much. No meat, for instance. My mouth doesn't want to do it.
So if I have, like, I make a baked ziti, but I put veal and ground beef. Can I have that? No. Even though it's like ground up? No. Okay, well, I won't put the meat in, but it makes the sauce too. Okay, I'll do a baked ziti. I'll do macaroni and cheese. I'll do a baked ziti. Or stuffed shells. Like stuffed shells?
That's good.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to check on you once a week now. I am. I got nothing else to do. I know right where you live, too. I know the street.
Burleswald?
Yeah. Are you closer to Fairfield Woods or Black Rock Turnpike?
Black Rock Turnpike.
Okay. I'll find you.
Yeah.
I'll find you. My name is Katie.
Between Judd Street and Black Rock Turnpike.
Oh! Would you believe it? When I was a kid, I lived on High Street, right off of Judd.
No kidding.
Yeah.
You were neighbors.
I know. And we probably were. This was the 1980s. If you were there, yeah, you were there. You bought it in the 40s.
I lived in the house ever since I was 57.
So my sister had a paper route, and she used to make, there are 5 kids in my family. She used to make us do it, and we never got any money. And some of the people lived on Burroughs.
Yeah.
I wonder if you were one of them. I don't know if you remember the Fusées. They lived.
Fusées. Yeah. Boy, yes.
Long time. Yeah. They saved 1 year. McDonald's had in the Happy Meal for kids. They had, you know what the Muppets are? Those like puppets.
Right.
They had little Muppet toys, and for some reason they got them and gave them all to us. And it was, because my mom never took us to McDonald's, so we got. When I would go over and deliver the newspaper, he would give me the little Miss Piggy and Kermit and stuff. Right. But they're not. Are they still there? No. I wonder.
Fusées are long gone.
Long gone. Okay.
They're long gone, and they had 2 boys. One of them moved all the way up to near the Canadian border.
Oh.
He wants to be alone.
Oh, yeah, I don't blame him.
And the other son moved down south somewhere.
Okay.
But that's it. That was the end of the Fusées.
Yeah. The house got remodeled, I think, a couple of years ago. Like, it's like a whole different looking house than what it used to look like.
Every house.
Yeah, I know.
My next door neighbor is just unbelievable. That place is like a palace.
Okay.
Inside.
I got to go down there. Well, I will. I'm going to come bring you food. My name is Katie, so don't get terrified when you see a strange car pull up. And if you're not there, will you be home? If you're not home, will I just leave on your porch?
I'm most of the time home,
okay.
Except in the morning. I go to the reason why I'm still halfway alive is every morning I go swimming to the YMCA.
So does my mother, but she goes to the Westport one. You go to Fairfield?
Yeah. Why, here.
Yeah. Good for you.
Every morning.
You know, small world, I used to lifeguard there when I was in high school.
Really?
Yeah.
For 30 minutes.
Good for you.
30 minutes back and forth.
Oh my God, there was a guy there, he used to come and he would put a snorkel in so he never had to rotary breathe.
They still do.
Yeah, he would just swim, just constant, like a shark, just constantly move for, whatever it was, an hour, whatever it was.
Yeah, that's what I'm
doing. Yeah, good for you.
Yeah. But the doctors, particularly at the VA in West Haven at the hospital, they tell me, if you ever stop, that's the end of it.
I know, that's what my mom said. Hang on, I'm going to show you a picture. My niece is a swimmer. She swims for the Water Rats.
Oh, wow.
And she just won. So she's about to go to college. So she's 17 years old in high school. Uh-huh. And they had what's called seniors. So the best swimmers in Connecticut at that age, 15 and up or 13 and up, go to this meet. And let me find it for you. She won the 200 IM. She did very well. She was on the podium for everything. But hang on, I want to show you. And we grew up swimming at the Fairfield Y, but she swims for Westport. Let me see if I can find them. Here we go. This is her here. The third one from the left is Ella.
Oh, wow.
And I'm trying to see if they have her on the podium. See, this is when she won. She was top on the podium.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Look at the medal.
I know. I know. And then she has a really
She's
big...
very proud.
She's very, yeah.
And she should be.
She's very quiet, and she works.
Uh-huh.
You know, they have practice 6 days a week, Saturday, and then they have 3 morning practices. So that's 9 practices a week. Yeah.
Well, I go 7 days.
Yeah, so you know what? You're right there with her.
7 mornings. Doesn't matter. Every morning I go.
Good.
At 8 o'clock exactly, I jump in the pool.
Okay. I love hearing this. Okay, this is good. We're good here. I'm going to look into the information downstairs for the reduction because of your age and income. And so that'll help, hopefully.
Well, I get right now, I believe, a reduction in my taxes.
Oh, okay. I wonder if I'll look into the veteran. It's worth it. I'll look into the veteran program too.
Anyway.
And then expect to see me to drop you food once a week. I mean it. If I remember, I will remember. I might not be there every week, but I will try very hard to be there every week.
Thanks a lot.
We're gonna be friends.
Well, what do you think my chances
Yeah,
are?
I think it's decent. I mean, I think your comps are pretty. We're not supposed to say, but I think your comps are pretty. I think they're comparable homes, right? And they certainly support your case. Yeah. And we have a bunch of realtors on the board who know the area and know the houses and will understand. I mean, yeah. I think you might have a decent shot here.
Great.
What's your accent?
German.
Okay. So when did you come here?
In 51.
Okay. And then you went right to the Korean War? Yeah. Or did you come here from there?
No.
Because they were in the 50s.
Yeah. I served in the Korean War from 53 to 55.
Okay.
Because I could have refused the draft.
Yeah.
Because Germany had a contract with the United States. They wouldn't draft each other's people.
Okay.
But I had met a girl here.
Yeah.
And I said, dear, I don't want to be a half-ass citizen.
How did you deal with Germany 2 years before that? Or I should say, I guess, 6 years before
You mean
that.
during the war and afterwards?
How old? You were a teenager.
Oh, I was 15.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. My son served in the Air Force. He just retired as a colonel. In
the U.S. Air Force?
U.S. Air Force.
Oh, wow, good for him.
And he says, Dad, you were on the receiving side.
Yeah, I was going to say, like that must, you must have been, your neighborhood would have been destroyed.
I know, but I said, Ron, you take it as it comes. I listened to Churchill sometimes. We weren't supposed to.
Yeah.
But I listened, and he was asked by an American reporter, how did you fare? This was the late 43, beginning 44.
Yeah.
He says, we muddled through.
Mm. Yeah, you're thinking, I know.
Muddled through.
Yeah.
So there you go. But, hey,
Then you were too young to be in the German army?
Towards the end, they took everybody.
I was going to say.
Yeah, but didn't bother me. Besides then, the war was over.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Okay, that's tough.
The only thing that really got to us was my hometown had, at the beginning of the war, was like Fairfield. About 35,000, 40,000 or so. There were 5,000 left when the war was over.
Oh.
We were bombed morning, noon, at night.
Yeah.
And when the Americans conquered it on Easter Day, 1945, there was just rubbish. My father's place was half destroyed. My father's business was completely burnt down, and everybody in the neighborhood we were all in the same.
Of course.
But there is a big difference, I noticed, particularly nowadays here. People stood up and said, we can't let this guy lay down. We had to help each other.
Yeah, I was going to say, did Americans stay there in 45 and help, or no?
The Americans turned it over to the Brits.
Okay.
And the Brits were mad as a hornet because they got the industrial sector which was flattened. And we rebuilt. And they were still flat in London. And we had already the controls on sandwich, on bread, butter, it was gone. We could get it open again.
Okay.
And in London, you still have to have your points to buy. You know. So they said, who won the war?
Oh yeah, they must have been furious.
But what you gonna do? It's all long ago.
Yeah.
When I tell my kids about it, they say it's just incredible.
So if you ever watch anything on the History Channel, are you uncomfortable? Like you don't want to see it, or you? Or...
No, I'm not uncomfortable. I see if the history, if they show it correctly.
Yeah.
I say yes. I live there. I know. But if there is Hollywoody deal, I get sick and I shut it off.
Yeah.
I always tell my son, God gave us a shut off on the TV.
Yeah. Is there one movie that you've seen that you thought that's pretty accurate or no?
Not really.
Okay.
But I will say one thing though for the Brits. After the war, they gave the documentations. Whereas the Americans said, no, let's slay it and forget it. The Brits all made it public. And I found records in our newspaper where they bombed my hometown. And exactly one attack I remember very well. It was Christmas Eve, 1944. There were 700 bombers and 200 fighter planes. And they just did what they did, you know. And I said, yeah, I was there, I remember.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah. But, and I still have those records. And I showed to my son. He says, don't ever let them get away. They are part for my son to see what Grandpa
survived.
Like.
Yeah, absolutely. So did you learn, were you able to speak English growing up in Germany? No, there'd be no reason.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah?
We had English and French.
I figured French.
In late elementary school, we started with it. And then, of course, when the war in France was over very quickly, 6 weeks and goodbye. Vive la France.
I know.
And consequently, many of our people who all had studied French and knew it were used as interpreters and so forth. You know.
Sure.
And English, because we had a lot of prisoners, mostly were Canadians, I'll say.
Okay.
And we could talk to them. I have to tell you this. I took my wife and my kids when they were, say, 12, 13 years old, on a trip up north, east here. You know? And we went into Canada, and they want to see this and that. And one time I almost ran out of gas, and I stopped. And that was in the province of Quebec.
A lot of French.
And they would not want to
help you
gas for me because they saw the American plate. English, no. Americano, no. And then I got mad and I said, Je ne parle français. I don't speak French. Je suis allemand. I'm German. Oh, you're German. And he served with the Canadian Army 25 miles away from my hometown.
No kidding.
No, I'm not kidding you. It was unbelievable. He saw to it that was his family. We got a night to stay.
I was going to say, you did dinner, the whole deal.
I'm telling you, they all got together and we had to talk about, you know.
Oh, wow. What a small world.
And you know, the most amazing thing is they suddenly all spoke German.
No,
English.
I was going to say.
Spoke English. But they're still the same crazy now as they were then.
Yeah. Well, from what I've heard, I've been there once or twice. they love themselves, and they don't even like the rest of Canada.
Oh,
they think they are very...
They are French, and that's it.
Yeah.
In fact, about 3 months ago, I had my eyes tested at the VA, and the young doctor, he just got his pass to be a doctor, checked me out, and then I said, well, how are you doing now? Good luck. When are you leaving? Well, 2 more months, and I'm going home. I said, where's home? He says, Halifax. Halifax, and we love Nova Scotia. And he, you have been there, and we started talking, he forgot about that. And then when I told him, I said, the one part is, are they still as crazy as they were when my children were little and we were there? He says, nothing has changed.
No.
Nothing has changed. I said, oh my God.
Have you ever been to Niagara Falls?
Many times.
Oh, see, I've never been, but they say the Canadian side is gorgeous and better than the U.S. side.
The Americans own the falls, the Canadians have the view.
Yeah, that's what they say.
It is just...
It's the better side to be on.
We go here, I belong to the Veterans of Foreign Wars.
Yeah.
Here on Reform.
Yeah.
And
the VFW. My aunt and uncle belonged in Virginia, and she said anytime I would be visiting, she says, "Oh, we have to go sign the book at the VFW because they have like a lottery or something. Everyone comes and pays like $2, and at the end of the week somebody gets it." So she'd go sign the book.
We still do it.
You ever win it?
Oh yeah, a couple times.
I've never won on a cruise ship. Once I won a tote bag.
I mean, this no big money.
Yeah.
But what I want to say is, we go with them at least twice a year, someplace.
Oh, okay.
And we were with them a few times in Niagara Falls, but we always stayed on the Canadian side.
Yeah, they say it's the best. How do you get there? Do you guys take a bus or?
Oh yeah, right here from Fairfield.
Where else do you go when you travel with the VFW?
Oh, we went not too long ago. We were at the Army deal where the cadets train in
West Point.
West Point.
Yes, I've been.
We went there, and we went a few times to Pennsylvania, and so forth. And we have been a few times at the Army base Fort Dix, where I took basic training.
Okay. It can only be Army related? Is that
no? You have to be
go to Atlantic
military related.
Oh,
and you have to prove, and they check it out with the government, that you were not lying.
Get a free trip.
Actually, not the free trip, that you belong to the VFW.
Okay.
Because the American Legion takes anybody who has an honorable discharge.
Okay.
And I belong to them as well, and we have the same place here. But the VFW, there you have to prove that not only did you serve overseas, but you have to prove it was during wartime.
Okay. Right, veterans of foreign wars, it has to be.
And they do check with the government to make sure you didn't.
Yeah.
So that's that.
Yeah. Okay. All right, we talk.
Well,
I know.
And it wasn't an exercise in futility.
Oh, I think so. It was not. I think we're going to be good. And I have to figure out what is. It is 423. This is Appeal 162. Property address is 1170 Hillside Road. Owner Michael Latefi. Do you want me to say?
Perfect.
What's the other name? It doesn't matter, I guess. Michael's good. Are you Michael?
I'm Michael.
Okay.
Now it's Latefi.
Yeah.
My wife.
Okay, town has the property valued at $1,698,700. The ask amount is $750 even. I'm going to swear you in, and you're just going to sign that you have been so sworn. Do you solemnly swear the information you shall give concerning the assessment of now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay. So I am one of the 9 members of the Board of Assessment Appeals for this reval year.
Thank you.
What we do is we're doing the hearings independently. We will get together. I think we probably have at least 2 weeks. Definitely more. It's probably 2 weeks. We get together as a unit. We reconvene in that conference room. We'll go through everything, deliberate, make a decision. We'll notify the assessor's office that night. They then have 5 or 7 days to get notice to you. If you like what we came up with, great. If you don't, there will be instructions there on how you move forward, whether you come back next year or you appeal to court or whatever it is. Everything should be kind of handled there. Okay. Other than that, the floor is now yours. You're going to tell me everything you want me to know.
Yeah. So we became proud owners of 1170 in 2013. The person that owned it was a single mother that was out of a job for a very long time, and she wasn't really taking care of the property.
Okay.
And inside the house was in disrepair.
Okay.
Bathrooms, whatnot. We took it over. It's a weekend home for us, but we also haven't spent almost any money beyond just some simple repairs here and there. And we did change the roof, but the roof was really in a bad shape. So
okay.
We had to. So,
do I have pictures of the inside? I mean, it's not a big deal if I don't, but.
Oh, you don't. I just showed you comparable.
Okay.
So the property hasn't really improved that much, and not only that, it's actually gotten worse because we have to replace the kitchen, we have to replace some of the upstairs bathrooms, and we are having some challenges in the house as well. We did convert the garage to something else. The property does not have a garage right now, so that we leave the car outside, and we have a sort of a electric car that we charge outside.
How did that go?
Not good.
This winter must have been awful for you.
We have to buy a new charger
yes.
because the charger froze.
Because even like the doorbells were not working; it just got too cold.
And the car, I guess, handle comes out, which is anyway. So we had there's still silicon that you have to sort of apply and systematically. You have to import it. Anyways, so we'll have another chat.
Yeah.
But anyways, so it's not. So the property itself hasn't gone up in value. If anything, it's gone down in value because we really don't spend that much money on it.
Okay.
To be honest, and there are comparables that I have that I've given you.
Okay. A hurdle is going to be that what you paid for it 6-7 years ago, though.
We paid $950, but I think what's happened is that I think it's even worth much less than that.
Okay, I mean, you're saying you want less than that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay, because that's going to be, I'm just playing devil's advocate.
But considering it's doubled from what we were
agreed.
That's huge.
Agreed.
So that's why I wanted to be fair and say $750, considering everything, is the right valuation. I talked to a realtor. Nobody wants to go on record to be completely honest. Because they don't want to make enemies in the town, but I talked to a realtor, and the realtor told me that that property, probably the fair market value of the property.
Okay, there are realtors on the board. I don't know if they're going to love these comps.
There's some there, there's some here.
Okay, in addition,
the square footage is pretty much the same.
They're going to say Reed Street is not.
Yeah,
I know. I don't want you to know. I don't want you to be like, well, I did all this work, and then they don't,
But those are obviously lesser.
Yeah.
They're less than 750.
Yeah.
So 750, I thought was. Yeah, I have found the 750 home for 2005, 502, but
here something. Okay. I just want to see your.
It's definitely not that. I think it's over $1 million something.
Okay. All right.
But I leave it to the board. I'm sure the board is we'd love to give them a tour if they want.
I would honestly say.
Yeah.
I don't want to make you do more work. Here, this is yours. You don't need this. I'm probably.
Oh, but one more thing. The basement, the water rises. We're not able to solve that issue. We've tried to put a pump in, but the water keeps rising, and it's pretty bad. It goes up the stairs and stuff like
Yeah,
that. So,
no, I kind of have a similar.
yeah.
We've got major
you
sump
can go
houses.
fishing in it sometimes.
I understand that. I'll
And
put
we
that
have,
down.
we have snakes sometimes. Yeah, we have had a few snakes.
Ew.
So,
I would move.
it's a weekend thing, so it's not like.
Yeah.
So that's why we don't want to spend that much money on it.
Yeah, I hear you. Gross. Here's what I'm going to suggest to you. Well, I would die. I would totally die. I'm just like a chicken when it comes to snakes. I see this. I would suggest, though, because I think you have a decent argument, I would suggest you just try to go on Zillow and try to find something closer to you. I guarantee you'll find it.
Mm-hmm.
That sold within the last year, that sort of fits your narrative. Because I know the board is going to look at these and be like, these are not comparables, we're not considering.
Find better comparables.
Yes.
These are just something I'd like.
I understand, but I'm just saying for you, and then you just drop it off in the office downstairs and you ask them to attach it to Appeal 161, or just give your, just give your address. Because that's your best bet. It's to show sales comps in your neighborhood. And it doesn't matter if they're more, it doesn't matter if they're less, because we'll make adjustments for size-wise and land and whatever.
Right.
So don't, you see one for 8, don't say, oh, no, I'm not gonna, because it cuts in your favor, assuming it's bigger or newer or something. Because these are not these won't be persuasive, because they're just not near you.
I'm a dilettante.
Okay.
To be honest with you, when it comes to this kind of stuff,
Yeah.
It's not my thing.
Agree, yeah.
So yeah, but thank you, I really
Yeah,
appreciate it.
and it's just an easy thing, and because I think this number's probably insane, but I need evidence to get. Yeah, I'm not. This seems great, but I'll need evidence. Except, let me see if maybe it's your land that they've got the problem with. Hang on. In which case, same deal.
The land
Try
also
to find
floods.
sales.
The land floods. It's not great.
Yeah, they say the land's 1-2. Okay, so get comparable.
Oh, by the way, do they know that there's most of the property is in wetlands?
You know, they make in the valuation section on your field card, they do make adjustments for that. And it's supposed to be reduced by a certain amount. But also,
half when it rains, half our property is flooded with water.
Okay.
But okay, I mean, I can take some pictures if you want.
Sure, that'll help. But I think that your most persuasive thing is just because, and I do believe, I think even the town has a website where you can say, hey, listen, from October 24 through October 25, like October 1st, 24 through October 1st, 25, my square footage, my yard, my neighborhood code, whatever, and it should pull up some stuff. Find one.
Tell me again. So what?
I believe the vision appraisal, which I think you can get to from the town's website. They'll know more downstairs. I don't know, but it's like a Zillow. Essentially, it's a search engine, and people have come in where they have pulled comps. Basically, they put in kind of a filter at the top and said, "I'm looking for." What are you? 3,000.
Vision is the name of the
site? Vision Appraisal is the. So this year I believe it was Tyler. Yeah. I think it was Tyler who did it this year, who did the appraisals. But Vision is the website, and you type in Fairfield, and I believe you're able to check. So this says your living area is 3,600 square feet. So you want to look for houses.
Not 3,600.
I say it is.
Okay. I don't know how they.
That can get adjusted. They say.
No, it's not. It's maybe they're adding this.
They're saying they're giving you almost 1,000 for the attic.
They're
saying
crawl space.
They don't have anything for the basement. They have it 0, unfinished 0, the porch, all that stuff is 0. But they do say attic expansion finished.
No.
For $946.
No, we started it. We never did it.
Okay, so that's an adjustment that they can do downstairs. That we do value, they can do modifications to what they have you listed.
Would you mind noting that instead?
I'll mention it.
Would you note that the attic, we were planning to do the attic, we were planning to do a bunch of stuff. We were planning to do a garage, we never did anything. So you should know, we didn't do any. So maybe that the new, sort of square footage assessment is based on.
Yeah, but honestly,
that we never did.
The majority of the value of what they're signing to you is in your land. So I understand this can make adjustment. It won't.
It'll be land, okay.
Yeah, because they have the land at $1.2 million. So that's when you're gonna.
Are they? Well, it's somebody.
I'll sell it tonight.
Tomorrow. Okay. Thank you.
So get comps, basically, from what I understand, that website, they might know better downstairs. But people have been coming in where they put in, so like, let's say 3,000 is just a square footage. You're looking for houses around that or under, built in, I don't know if that lets you get that specific, but you can say, you know.
I think my couple will draw.
Yeah. And then just Greenfield Hill, find houses in Greenfield Hill and you'll be okay.
Problem is Greenfield Hill is expensive.
I know.
That's the issue. It's like, my neighbor's home, well, the neighbor on the left, I don't think they're.
It is 456. This is Appeal 166, property address 1009 High Street, Anthony and Christine DiMaggio, town value 880,800, ask amount 810, even. Okay. I am just going to swear you in, and you are going to sign that you have been so sworn. Either one of you can sign is fine.
Okay.
Do you solemnly swear the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Yes. Okay. So the way this works, I am one of the 9 members of this board. We are taxpayers in town that were elected to this position. It's voluntary. It's not like we're getting anything out of this. But the job of the board is just to oversee the appraisal process when it happens for the reval. Okay. That being said, the 9 of us do independent hearings. We'll then get together in a week or 2. It's probably going to be closer to when they're all done because we have over 1,000 appeals, and we will deliberate as a unit. Everyone will get all of this electronically, and we'll go through and make a decision. We then notify the assessor's office. We notify them the night we do the hearing. If we do them in order, 166 is going to be pretty early in our night, or first week at least. I don't know that we're doing them in order though. If we do them in order, you guys will be notified. They will be notified the night we're finished. They are then to notify you, and we have no control over that, much like the scheduling. So they're supposed to notify you within 5 days. If you love what we came up with, great. If you don't, it's my understanding that notification lays out your next steps if you're interested. You can, of course, always appeal next year, or there is a process to move to court. I believe it's a 60-day. You have 60 days to file, but it might be 30. But I believe that information will be contained in the letter they send you if we don't give you what you want. You don't seem like it's that big. I don't want to lead you wrong. Let me just leave it at that. So this is now your opportunity to dump everything on me that you think I need on top of whatever. Or
okay. Yeah, so I guess to keep it short and sweet. I think your date was October 1st.
I know this house.
We bought it after that date on November 4th, so.
Perfect. And what did you pay?
We paid $810.
Okay.
There was another offer.
Okay, that's okay. Also, I know this house. Who did you buy it from? Yes, you bought it from the Learys?
Yeah.
Guys, I grew up on the street.
Oh, really?
Yes. Oh my God. Did her husband pass away?
Yeah. I think a few years ago, but yeah.
So it was a way different world back in the 80s, but we had 5 kids in my family. They had a large number of kids in their family. Our whole street was just kids, and and nobody had a pool. So we just all were in each other's back. They were further down that, but we were all in each other's backyards. And we had kickball games and wiffle ball games, and if it went over the fence, it was an out because no one was gonna jump down. It was a huge wall. Oh my God! They used to have 100 years ago on their windows in the garage. Everyone in our neighborhood, when everyone got accepted to school, they would put the stickers up. So it was by 19 whatever, there was 400 stickers of all these different universities with a small world. Oh my God! So did they do anything to it? Are you doing things to it? I'd love to know. Not that I'm going to visit it, but
they didn't do anything.
They did. Okay.
Yeah.
So you got some work in front of you.
Work to do, but we'll do it as
you're paying someone to do it, right? You're not going to do it, or you are.
We're not handy.
Yeah, I know the TikTok makes you think you can do it.
Yeah.
You're I could try that.
I could fix the yard. That's about it.
Okay. Oh, but it's a good location.
Yeah.
The across the street from you. Let me think exactly where you were. The McPhees were next to you. He worked for Pepperidge Farm. He was I don't know, an executive or something at Pepperidge Farm, which I didn't realize was just local to us. They're headquartered in Norwalk, Connecticut. I don't know where you guys are from, but I thought Pepperidge Farm was a national thing when I was a kid. And I didn't realize it. It was no, it's everyone has it, but it's local to us. Anyway, so when my dad died, everyone came. Well, he had a heart attack and went to the hospital for a couple of weeks. So during that time, the whole neighborhood came. And I remember his wife brought goldfish, and I laughed so hard at that because I was we just bring it home from work. But it was a big deal, goldfish in the big bucket.
So cool. I think the lady, I know her name, I think Patricia. I don't know their last name, but they're I think 999 High Street.
Okay,
Right next to the Jet Estate. She's been there, I think, like forever.
Okay.
So they're the same, but I think everyone else
everybody else
kind
is
of, like, rotated.
new, okay. My brother sold oranges once for like a fundraiser for Boy Scouts or something, so she's the only person that bought it, and then he like had this like vendetta, like I don't know why, I guess she was kind of troubled like to collect, I don't know what the issue was, but she lived some further down from you even, but she became like his nemesis. I was like, she's the only person that bought your oranges, but across the street, I think, when I was in high school, okay. It is 5:17 p.m. This is appeal number 275. Property address is 121 Fulling Mill Lane. Property owner is Matthew Sweeney. Town value 18137. Ask amount 1375 even. Okay, so.
Okay, good afternoon. My name is Greg Lane, Lane. I'm representing the property owner, Matthew Sweeney, and I believe his wife's name, Jaka. So this is a single-family dwelling, and I don't know if you could categorize it as a Greenfield Hills section. I was questioning myself how they did this is 06824, but if you go right up on the other side of the hill on Meadow Ridge, that's 06890. That's Southport. I'm not sure, but that's doesn't really have a bearing on the value at this point in time. We can discuss that later. So it's a single-family dwelling, and I'll look and see when it was built. Approximately 1980.
Okay.
And site size, I believe it's 1 acre, 1.04 acres. Now, it should be noted, and I have a map that I'm handing to Katie that is a topographical map, and it depicts the subject property, and you can see how sloping it is. And also, if you look, you can have that. You look at the photograph on the front of the subject, and you can see it. I took this from the street, so you can see the house is way above grade, and the backyard picture. So what it does, it limits the utility of the property. So here's another front shot, and then the back shot going up there, and you can see the street. Well, if you know the area, you know it's sloping terrain, bordering on severely. And the comparable sales are, I found 5 comps. They're all in Southport. They're all within a mile. And let's see here. Warner Hill Road, Half Mile Road, High Meadow Road. I think there's another one on High Meadow. Yes, there's 2 on High Meadow, and the one on Hilltop. And all the sale prices are in the 1.3. They're all in the 1.3s.
Okay.
All of them. And I did use positive time adjustments. The 4th comparable, which is 139 High Meadow, was a bank sale, and I adjusted for that.
Okay.
Number 4. Comparable 4.
Okay.
So I did adjust for it. I didn't want to not use it because it was within the time frame and it was pretty similar to the subject property, so I did utilize it. But the other 3 sales complemented, so it's not like I'm using that to come in low or high or medium. So and adjustments are like minimal. They're all similar conditions, similar site size, similar bath count. No, I'm surprised. Once in a while I do something good here. So the value 1,375 I think is more than fair, and it's justified by all the comps.
Okay.
And that should conclude my testimony.
Your portion.
Unless Katie has any questions. I think it's pretty fair. So you can, here, this is one, you have
Okay,
two,
okay.
those are for you. All right, take that, and
Go
do that.
here and here. Okay, good.
Ah,
Oh, were they all that easy? Were they all that easy? We'd be out of here in no time. That should be the new requirement.
are we-
Okay, it's gonna be the record. It is March 11th. It is 5:52 p.m. How do you say your last name? Prashino?
Appreciate it.
Okay.
Perfect.
Correct me if anything else is wrong. This is Appeal 931, property address 231 Henderson Road, Robert Prashino, owner. Town value 748,977, ask amount 600 even. I am just going to swear you in, and you're just going to sign here that you've been so sworn once I finish this. Do you solemnly swear the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay. You sign there, and the way this works, just by way of introduction, my name is Katie Gusson. I'm one of the 9 members of
Got
this board
Good to meet
this
you.
revale year. We each do a bunch of these hearings, and there's about 1,000 appeals that were filed this year. When we're finished with this, within the week, next week, probably 2 more weeks, we'll get together as a unit, deliberate, and we will notify the assessor immediately.
Good.
We're different from them. We notify them, they then have to notify you, and they're the
Got
ones
it.
that did your scheduling. They do all that procedural stuff, but we don't.
Right.
We're just like, volunteers.
Got it.
At any rate, they will give you instructions on how to move forward. If you like what we came up with, fine, you're done. If you don't, they will tell you, you can of course come back next
Further
year.
appeal.
Correct, or there's an option to go to court, and that needs to be done. I think you have 30 days, it may be 60. They should let you know at some point in there.
Got it.
But now this is your chance to let me, I mean, I've read through, but this is your chance to let me know everything you want me to know.
Yeah, okay, so I submitted this kind of packet, and,
Mhm.
it's in there,
Yeah.
so you've got it, I won't go through that in detail, if you need a copy.
No,
Like
I got, because they're gonna make
So,
digital for everybody.
kind of my case is, I bought my home, being assessed, appraised at $750,000 approximately. It's 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 0.172 acres, built in 1930. I bought it in 2021 for $500,000. I know value's gone up since,
Yeah,
which is great.
no, but it was
but
an arm's length
It was
transaction?
an arm's length transaction, so a 50% increase
Yeah.
is a very high amount. I think one of the factors that's playing into that is that what's not being factored in is my home. One, there's the deferred capital expenditures just in terms of the condition of the
Yeah.
property. It needs a new roof. The garage is like falling down, and I provided pictures in that packet. So there are condition items that I think should be looked at. But the second, I think, biggest item that was not being factored in is my house backs, so my street runs parallel to I-95.
Mm-hmm,
My house is on the side of the street that backs up to I-95.
okay,
So if you look at comps across the street from me, they trade much higher than the comps on my same side of the
got
street.
it, got it.
So what I tried to do in looking at my direct comparable sales is take the 3 sales that happened on my side of the street
Okay,
in 2025 to compare apples to apples
Yep.
in terms of same side of the street, same highway adjacency. There's condition differences and
yeah,
home differences, so I've tried to kind of note those, but I've got 3 comps here. The best comp, I believe, was bought in January of 2025.
mm-hmm,
It's also 3 bedrooms, also 1 full bath, slightly smaller, it's 1,200 square feet, same side of street, same lot size, sold for $585.
yeah,
There is 191 Henderson Road that sold in September of 2025. Same number of beds, extra 1.5 bathrooms.
mm-hmm,
This one's from the exterior in better condition than my home. It's nicer. It's actually used as a rental. I know that I think Fairfield U students
okay,
rent for
Okay.
the property, so it's like an investment property. That one sold for $745. And then my third comp, which sold in February of 2025, much bigger than my home,
Mhm.
4 bed, 4 bath, same lot size, 2,300 square feet, sold for $745 as
okay,
well.
okay,
So I think that, that one, kind of triangulating between that comp, number 3, and comp number 1, was kind of how I was getting to the $600,000 valuation. the one that sold in September for $745, again, better condition, and has that extra bath and a half, which I know from conversations with realtors does make a big difference.
Sure.
In resale value.
Sure.
So that's how I made my case. I've got more detailed pictures in here. I don't know that I need to show you, but I'll give you I'll show you the overhead of the highway.
Okay, everyone will be familiar, like, we're all,
Yeah.
and the realtors will know too. But yeah, okay. Okay. Good. Anything else you want me to know?
No, that's really it. It's fairly straightforward. But if you guys need anything, of course, let me know.
No, I think it's a good start. So easy, right? You thought it would be so terrible?
Yeah. But yeah, especially you're in the world. I do real estate investing for work as well.
Yeah. So then you know.
I'm through these on the commercial side. I've never been through it on the residential side.
I'm curious to see of the ones, because the majority of your value, as is almost everybody, is in the land. I'd be curious to see how they're on the other side, how they're valuing those, or if they're not. Because basically the way it works is like was it Turner and Tyler did it this
Tyler
year?
Technologies, yeah.
And everything, at least the people that have come, it's their land that they think is so out of control.
Yeah.
And I understand the idea of like, let's build a lot, tear down your house, and we buy. I just don't see it. We'll see.
Yeah, but it's like so all the properties
Really
on
sure.
it, all the
Some things onto the record. It is March 11th, 6:09 p.m. This is appeal number 239. Property address 38 New Street. Owner Brian Fogarty. Town value $533,500. Ask amount $490 even. Okay. My name is Katie Gustin. I am one of the 9 members of the Board of Assessment Appeals. Have you ever done one of these before?
I have.
Okay. Have you ever done it before?
I have.
Okay. So just by way of introduction, we're all volunteers. We were like elected to this board, but we our job is essentially to oversee the appraisal process that took place this last year, this reval year. And so what happens is each of us will do a certain number of hearings. There are about 1,000 that were filed this year. We will then get together as a group after we finish. We'll probably do another 2 weeks of this, is how long it's going to take. And then we'll get together as a group. Everyone will have copies of everything you give me, and we will deliberate, and we notify the assessor's office immediately that night. They notify you within, I don't know, 5-7 days, let's call it, although, frankly, their notifications. Like, yeah, one night I was here, I come after work, I come from 4 to 8 are my sessions usually. 12 hearings, not one person came. I started calling people at 5 o'clock, I'm like, what's going on? No one received notification. So, it's going to take even longer to get through. At any rate, they will let you know. If you like what we did, you're done. If you don't, they will have instructions regarding your next steps. You can appeal next year, of course, or you can move to court. It's either 30 or 60 days, let's say 30, that you have from the time you were notified to file in court. It might be 60, but I always say less than 4. I'm going to swear you in. You're just going to sign it. You have been so sworn. Do you solemnly swear the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay. And then now it's your
Do I have to sign?
No. I guess you
I have to sign?
No, you can if you want to.
All right.
It's fine. Okay, so, let's see, you have an appraisal.
No.
Good. No?
No.
I was going to say, 'cause it's a pretty thin little evidence packet here. I know what you want me to do.
All right, you have a copy of the show card.
Yeah.
All right, essentially, I'm the father, he's the son,
Okay.
he's the owner.
Okay.
All right? And he bought the house in 2019 for $293.
Okay. Go on. Yeah, okay. And an arm's length transaction, or?
Yep.
Okay,
For
okay.
the MLS, the whole
Okay,
shebang.
okay. Okay.
All right. This is on New Street, I'm not sure if you know where it is. It's in Strathfield neighborhood, over by the little stores over there, and the with Fairfield Woods in the corner.
Okay, I know Fairfield Woods.
All
I watched.
The realtors know better, but,
Here, I'll show you what it
Okay.
is.
oh, perfect.
See,
Okay,
that's Sport Hill?
Yep.
That's his house?
okay,
And that right there is commercial land use,
okay,
all right? Which is diagonally across the street. It's a Goddard school at the moment, so it looks sort of like that,
okay.
from his front yard, or front porch, or whatever, but it's directly diagonally across the street.
So it was on that, it used to be a grocery store years ago?
Exactly,
Yeah, and then
yeah.
it's probably been several things since, but okay.
No, grocery
No?
store to vacancy.
Okay.
For years it was vacant. All right, that's the big thing, is that's not addressed at all on the assessment card at all. I mean, obviously, there's commercial influence, not only is it near the little corners with all the stores, the liquor store, and
Yeah,
Mamoni's Pizza, whatever, the gas station, but it's diagonally across the street from the commercial building used as a school.
okay,
It's a two-bedroom home. Two-bedroom homes sell for less, it's functionally obsolete. It's
Yeah.
got a small lot, it has no potential for, a very minimal potential for, to be somebody to come in and knock it down. And not very good potential for adding on, because the lot's so
a lot
small.
small, yeah.
And if it would have been, it's 98 years old or 99 years old, if it could have added a third bedroom with
Yeah.
reasonably, it would have already happened over time. And two-bedroom homes appreciate at a lower rate than 3- and 4-bedroom homes, even though all the market's been going up. And certainly his house went up. The basement has low
No,
ceiling
it's
height,
about 6 feet or whatever, yeah. so it's not much.
5 to 6.
Okay,
All
okay.
right? According to AI, 14.5% of the adult males in the United States are 6 feet or taller.
All right.
I checked that, that's right. And it can't be finished off.
Right, because you know,
Right.
your driveway ceiling's gotta add at least,
Yeah, well, I mean, so that's dead in the water right there.
yeah.
And it's old. I mean, it's 97 years old, I think, or 98 years old.
1923.
1920, it's 98 years old, all right? And it's small, 1,076 square feet. It has aluminum, the old aluminum siding, you know, with the real high, wide, old roof, old furnace.
Okay.
It's just an old house,
All right.
but he likes it, and it, you know,
Did you buy it against your dad's judgment or no?
not even asked. If he wanted a house, then he got a house. Good thing he
Yeah,
bought it.
I know, I know.
You know, I bet it certainly went up. Now, I thought you thought it was worth, what'd you think it was worth? I don't know. In any event, on top of that, what I just verbalized
Yeah,
is there's a bunch of two-bedroom sales.
okay,
I mean, you can't really compare it with a three-bedroom house, or you shouldn't.
okay.
That, I'm giving up. If you have any questions?
No, this is good. I'm just gonna look at them quickly.
And my printer ain't,
Like, look how much stuff we have down here.
well, there's no place
It
to
is
store
right, yeah,
anything.
yeah.
It's a two-bedroom house.
What do you do at Christmas? You really decorate the hell out of it.
Yeah, we go all out for Christmas.
But then you got more stuff to store.
Yeah,
And there's no, I forgot to put down, there's no garage
no
either.
garage.
Yeah, that's right.
I'd give up, I mean, you can't because you only have two, but I'd give up a basement, a bedroom for a garage. Okay, good.
I put down no garage, I forgot that. But it does not have a garage. Doesn't even have a deck. There's a nice porch though in the front.
All right, you like it. Or you have kids? No,
No,
yet?
yeah, no.
Okay. Well,
But that'll kill it right then and
yeah.
there.
Yeah, what could you do? You can't.
And the house next to it's a two-family, one of the few two-families around. so,
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if that has an impact, but there's not too many two-families
Yeah,
north of, let's say Fairfield Woods Road.
okay.
But one of them is right next to it.
Yeah, I'll put it, I mean, it's like trashing your neighbors over here, but
I'm not trashing.
I'm kidding.
Is there a lot of appeals?
So there's over 1,000, which everyone's like, But the
That's
truth
a lot
is,
for
yeah,
them,
but
isn't it?
1,900 went to the informals with Tyler. So I thought,
Is it still 1,000?
yeah, they didn't really give him anything, which was great.
The
Okay, bear with me while I do this part. Okay, it is March 11th. The hearing time begins at 6:38 p.m. Appeal number 270, property address 668 Fairfield Beach Road. Owner is 2303 Main Street, LLC.
2103.
What did I say, 23?
2303.
Okay, 2103, take it back. Thank you for catching it. Town value is 1462378. Ask amount is $850 even. I'm gonna swear you in, you're just gonna sign that you've been so sworn, and then we can get started. Do you solemnly swear the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so if you would sign there, the way it works, have you done one of these before?
Sorry?
Have you ever done one of these before?
No, I've never,
Okay.
I've done commercial ones, never like residential.
Okay, so this is, my name is Katie Guston. I am one of the 9 members of the Board of Assessment Appeals. We were
Yes.
just taxpayers that ran for this office. It's
Right.
voluntary, but
Yeah.
elected officials, and we oversee the process of the reval. And so, what happens is we each break out I think about 1,000 appeals this year.
I don't
which
know how
go-
many total properties do you have, total properties that are taxed residential?
Oh, I have no idea.
Oh, it's
A lot, right? But it's only 1,000 came, which people think is a lot, but 1,900 went to the informal, and they didn't get much, so I assumed they'd all come, but they did not. So whatever, we're here. Takes us at least another week and a half to get through this. Then we will meet as an entire unit, go through everything again, deliberate and decide. We then notify the people downstairs that work at the assessor's office. We notify them the night we're finished. Your appeal 270, if we go in order, you'll probably hear on the earlier side, once it begins. I don't know if we're going in order. They are supposed to notify you 5 to 7 days, but the notifications have not been.
Good.
Yeah, you'll hear, but I'm just giving you kind of a window. You're looking at probably April at some point. The information in that letter will tell you what we decide and what your steps are moving forward. If you like what we say, you're done. If you don't, you can come back next year or you can go to court. Court, you have probably, I think it's 60, but assume 30 days from the day you're notified to file. Assume 30 because it's shorter and then you'll be safe. All of that information should be obtained in a letter, but hopefully you get what you like and then you know how to do that. I don't know. It depends on what you brought me.
Right, I don't like your one is more comp, the other one has much more comps, the other one's first one's a lot more difficult.
Okay. So, I read through, I mean, I don't want to say the problem, and I don't want to testify for you, but
Right.
the issue with some of it at the beach is it's really the value of the land. So I know, we've had people come in with the beach like, oh, my ceiling and my this, but the town has the land at 1.5. So if we want to,
That's the problem.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
other words,
Actually,
I
let me
think
see where
most,
you are.
I mean, that's what I can tell from both of them.
yeah, you're 1-1. Okay.
Right, so, yeah, that's the assessed value is but it's 1,000,004, almost 5, I think, for the.
For the whole thing, but I'm saying
This is
because
great.
the house, they put you at 335, but your land is 1-1.
Right,
Okay, so hit it.
right, so basically, this is, the problem with this is I owned it, I took it over, a number of years, about 16, 17 years.
Okay.
And the problem is this particular piece, and I'm surrounded with wetlands, that's why I brought a Google map, and when I talked to the division, whoever did, I thought they were gonna change it, they didn't change it, but I know from time to time, the problem is, to tear it down, the problem is you gotta be so many feet away from wetlands. I'm literally on the wetlands, you can never build, you'll look at the thing, or my deck is on, like, right on the wetlands.
Okay.
Most of the value on these properties are to tear it down. Okay, and then they would tear it down and they build a new house, and then you can get really good money for it because it's Fairfield, it's Fair Beach and all that.
Yeah.
But this particular property, it would be difficult to do that because of the setbacks, the front, the back, the sides. So you'd be limited on the size of the house. And it's typically a good house for a college, for a rental for students.
Yeah.
That's what I use it for, because it has no central air conditioning, it's multi-floors, 3 floors to get up. And, so theoretically, from whenever I've had offers to people to tear it down and build a house, it was more recently in the $800,000 to $900,000 range, so I put a value of $950 on it.
Okay.
And I couldn't, the only house I could find was a house that sold a condo, which is, the address is 6, which is real close to me, 676.
Okay.
Next to me, like a house, but it's literally
a nice house all fixed up and done with the land and everything. And that's sold for like $1,422,500, but it's all done and set, done.
Okay, let me see. Is it, no, it's not in here.
Yeah. It's, that particular one. But, sign this. So it's not like the other one, I had a lot of comps, good comps, so it's easy to do. It's very difficult to do, because all the Fairfield Beach ones would have been lower, and all the houses would be bigger lots, and they were like, $2 million, $2 million, but it would be beautiful homes, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 square feet, all brand new. I mean, I'm sure you see them if you live in Fairfield.
Yeah.
But based on this, I've got you can keep that, but you can see the house is 0 to the right, to the left, so I don't have that opportunity. And I don't believe, they don't let you condo floors like they do in Boston. I know in Boston, you don't need the fire separation. Right. Then it could be a value, then it might come up to a value maybe at some point, but I have to refix it, so I'd still have to spend $800,000-$900,000 to do that, you know what I mean? Bring it up.
So I don't want to be clear.
Yep.
We're going to use this as a comp, and obviously, we're looking for the adjustment because there's no picture here, so we'll have to look it up.
Well, no, if you look, I don't know why, I couldn't, I tried a couple times.
So, but it's like brand new, and it's this, that, and the other, okay.
Right,
okay.
So, all I'm saying is it's all done, to be honest, if I redid this house as all new, all nice, then maybe I can get in that range, maybe.
Yeah.
But I'd have to spend that kind of money to,
okay.
At least $500,000 for it, at least $400,000 or $500,000 to just even have a chance to do that without tearing it down. If I tore it down,
where does the okay, so I see.
To build a house that square footage right now, I'd have to spend at least $700,000-$800,000 to make a decent house,
Yeah.
There's no way, there's no way I'm gonna sell the house for that kind of money for $2.3 million.
Okay.
It just wouldn't come into it. 1.4 and 1.3, that'd be really pushing it, but, the cost of construction is just through the roof right now.
I know.
I'm doing it for my daughter, I'm trying to do a house for my daughter.
Oh, you're a builder?
Well, I do develop, I'm doing it, it's just, the cost is out of sight right now.
I have a roof.
Over, it was double, at least.
I have over my kitchen, so off the master bedroom at my house, there's like a long, like the deck, right? Second floor deck, I guess you could call it. It's really long, and it goes over the kitchen, part of the kitchen. And not so much anymore, but when we first moved in, if it rained really, really badly, the ceiling in the kitchen in this one area would get like wet and like it was obviously leaking. So when you go up there, like the deck needs to be redone up there. It just still looks bad. There is like
the kitchen below the deck?
The kitchen's right below the deck.
Yeah, so the problem is whoever did the rafters and joined the deck probably rotted. So in other words, it's one big problem in most of those builders, what they do is they don't really do it the right way. They're supposed to pitch away from the house.
Yeah.
And they didn't properly.
Okay. How much do you think?
I have no idea, because you'd have to rip, theoretically.
Yeah.
I don't know what the structural is, so it gets expensive. You might have to rip it out and do the structural over. Then typically, I don't know, is the porch, is there like a walk, in other words, a solid porch, or is it a deck?
It's a deck.
Which makes it, sometimes it's even, it happens when they do a solid porch, but then a lot of guys, I got a house right now that I'm doing for my daughter.
Yeah.
And the problem is they did it all wrong. So basically what they did is they didn't do anything properly. The flash structure wasn't strong enough. And then it was sloping towards inside the house, so when it does the thing, all the boards rotted.
Yeah.
What's happening is the water seeps in, and it just.
For sure. I mean,
that's probably what's happened even with yours, because the problem is you got to realize you got to take everything off.
How much does that cost?
I don't know, based on the size, the square footage. You got dump fees, time into it. Then you got to go.
I don't like where this is headed.
It gets pretty expensive.
Like, what do we got? That's a good size. Let me see if I can find a picture.
How many people?
I don't know. It's pretty big.
Get expensive.
What are you talking about? What's expensive? 10,000?
I don't know. I don't have to look at it. It could be 10,000. It could be 20,000. It could be 30,000. It could be. Yeah. In other words,
let me show.
Today at decks depends. You might want to get Trex. You might want to get not get real wood. Get the stuff that's maintenance free, mold, mildew, and then the stuff that's better is double the price. The one with the longer warranties, 30 years, is much better than the cheaper stuff for 10 or 15-year guarantee. And then, structurally, I don't know how far you over. The other thing is the deck structurally overhung too far. In other words, did they go deep enough into the house?
And we won't know that until we take everything up?
It apart. And the worst part is all this water, I don't know how many years it's been doing it. So now you could have really rotted a good section, like my house I'm doing for my daughter, it's all rotted.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the
Literally,
word.
it's, if you saw it, but it's been many, many years, it's been, been leaking.
All right, let me see if I can rotate this for you so you can look at
And,
it.
you don't want, have mildew, mold, and black mold.
Okay, so it's that upstairs portion. You can zoom in and out.
It's a big house, it's a very nice house.
Well,
And
I don't-
But that deck looks like it's got a flat roof underneath it, an EPDM, no, or,
what is that? I
in
mean,
other words,
it's like,
does
yeah.
that fully like your kitchen overhangs too, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so
Like,
yeah,
wait,
it's separate.
what-
You're not just overhanging and then there's nothing underneath it.
No, that is the
This-
kitchen. That's what gets wet.
Right, but basically it's a separate roof comes out. How far does the kitchen come out underneath that deck? It's pretty
Let me
big.
see, I'll show you. Yeah,
Well,
oh,
look at how big this is, the octagon here.
that's the way it
So,
leaks.
most like the octagon part.
I'll show you exactly if you give me
Right, but you see, this is exactly, this is not an open area, so these guys, when they did this, that's like that's what I redid, I look at my picture of the
octagon's
house
like a
I'm
big,
redoing.
like,
But I didn't
built-in.
do an octagon, I just did a small porch in the back, because what
Alright.
I'm doing, similar, picture an old salt box colonial like
Yeah.
this, not as big as this, but picture this, just this part of the house.
Yeah,
It's pretty similar like this, because my house is old, it dates back to, they don't know, I did the title search from 1720 to 1740. And the original part, and then the newer part was built after the Civil War, because the guy got out of prison and did a school and then this and so, the house, but yeah, so I really had to take all this down,
Yeah.
not as big as this, so let's just say, but exactly the same situation. So I have upstairs a master bedroom,
yeah,
downstairs, below my house, I have a kitchen, well, actually, it's not the kitchen is in one little section, so picture the kitchen will be here, this section, right?
yeah.
And then I have I changed the area, I put a mudroom in with a bathroom.
Okay,
So you come
That's
into the
nice.
backyard, so it's nice. But I did all this right, so in other words, this is structurally all redone.
so how much would it cost to take that out?
I don't know, it looks pretty big. To me, it looks like it's at least 5, 10, 15, 20. It looks about 25 to 30 feet wide, and I don't know how deep, I can't tell, but I'm guessing it's 10.
It's
talking
pretty
four,
deep.
It's pretty deep.
Because
So,
they have they could put lounge chairs up there and a table.
right, to probably redo that roof, redo the EPDM. The railings alone, you're talking probably all new decking, because you have
Yeah, I would need all the decking.
Yeah,
Some of it's
decking, real
broke,
decking,
like
or
rotted.
pressure treat also, it's real wood.
Yeah,
So I use, like my daughters, they did all the Trex.
yeah, that's what I want. So the bottom
And
part
it's
was
not- But then the bottom of it, the problem is you gotta do it the right way, because we sloped it away, and then we put the EPDM, it's like a rubber.
Okay.
And I use a thicker gauge.
okay, this is what I need, because I'll show you right
Yeah, but.
here, I think you can almost see it, it's not, when the rain comes, it just pours
Well,
off
this
of
is all
that.
rotted.
Yeah,
See, in other words, I'm guessing they didn't do any of these structural supports, so they're rotting, so eventually you have structural problems, it's gonna push away.
so
Because what you have to do is, when you do this, you gotta be very careful how you do this, because you gotta do the flashing right, you gotta screw it, you gotta structurally support it, so you have to have the right size beams and,
Okay.
right size wood. It's all it's all done by a structural engineer. An architect does it, but he does it all by code and structure. A lot of times they do this all wrong. I'm just guessing if it's gonna leak here,
yeah,
that means a lot of stuff's not done right. So you're gonna have to rip
Probably.
this all off and probably redo it.
that's my
but,
plan.
you're probably looking at $100,000.
Oh!
$500,000,
Are you nuts?
Yeah, about $30,000 in material if you do it right, if you do all the top stuff, You gotta reside, you gotta flash it, you got.
All right.
It's a lot of work, EPDM
Yeah.
work. It could be less, but I'd have to, but, get some prices, you'll see. I would but make sure you get somebody, look in the women's group, because the women's moms groups are so good, like my daughters.
Yeah, the moms of Fairfield, you
Yeah,
mean?
people, Fairfield, she uses Darien, my daughter's.
Yeah.
They get really the people they recommend you to see if they're good or not.
Yeah.
You want somebody reputable, you don't want somebody take
You're not
their money
wrong,
and
all right,
run off with it,
$100,000, good.
Honestly. It's good, $700,000 with that octagon and everything, the whole area. Yeah.
All right.
I'm giving you the worst case scenario.
No, but I gotta do it, so,
Yeah, but it could be less, it could be half that if you don't run into a lot of problems with this. Once you take it off, you really don't know. till you
it's
do it.
not gonna be half, it's gonna be the worst case, it's always the worst case, all
Well,
right.
It's a beautiful house, though.
Yeah, we love it, but I
No,
gotta,
it's not that old, so.
no,
whoever
it's not,
did it.
yeah,
The problem is I'm not knocking certain type of people, but it's just not quality workmanship, and
yeah,
I
like
don't
a
think they know what
thrown
they're doing.
together spec house.
So,
I mean,
yeah,
we haven't had any trouble. Although I do have this one weird thing. I got a new Ring doorbell on the front door, and there must be something wrong with the circuit because sometimes it just starts ringing, no one's pressed it, and it'll just continue to ring. So I literally am like, oh my God, you
The
either...
rings are pain in the ass.
Yeah, so then I looked it up, I'm like, is it the ring or is it the wiring? And someone's like, it could be the wiring because
Could
there's
be
like
the wiring,
yeah,
yeah.
that's the only other issue.
It's
Other than
getting
this,
Yeah, it's getting short now, who knows, but the rings are a lot of problems, 'cause generations of them, they're not that good, and I
Okay.
bought some, and ones I bought from that group, and I bought a number, and I didn't do them all at once, it's past the warranty. I have all kinds of issues with it.
Well, I tell you what, when it got very cold, they all stopped working. Like the batteries just died. Some people's cars, I don't have an electric car, but people who had electric cars, their battery life could not sustain the temperature when they were out on the
Well, not
road.
made for cold weather.
No, I know.
Really, just like certain times the heat pumps are made for that, but hopefully it won't be as bad as you think, but how old is the
It'll
house?
be.
How old is it?
I think it was built it's in the 2000s, so within 25 years, but I think it was 2010, something like
Yeah,
that.
it's about, that.
I've only been there
How
since
long?
22.
Yeah, how long?
I've been there since 22.
How long, did you leak the whole time you've been there?
Well, at least initially, and then I moved stuff around up on the deck to be like, what the heck, and then it doesn't leak anymore, but like, I mean, that's not.
That's even worse, I mean,
Yeah.
wait, that means it's flat underneath.
So, yeah.
Whatever you had on there was heavy.
Yeah.
And the supports were not working, so that's
Yeah.
even worse.
Oh, great.
Here,
All
think about
right.
it.
I'm glad you're
No,
here.
think about it.
No, yeah.
The table
I just
probably
don't
had,
wanna
he moved
think
the
of it,
table,
yeah.
he moved the heavier stuff off the joist to where it takes out, I mean, it could be a lot worse, so let's just, you could have it checked out, I hope it's less, but who knows?
It's not gonna be. All right, great.
So,
Okay, we're good on
now-
this one. Let's go to the next one.
Yeah, so basically what I just wrote, I voted value, I used that as a comparison there, I gave you that.
This is for
And
this.
I signed it, yeah, for
Okay.
that one, for that one I had a hard time on because Fairfield Beach is such a unique area.
It is, yeah.
And it's not in the waterfront, and I'm close to the commercial, so it's not as great as the one, I'm right near, what is that,
Yeah,
the
the
bar?
Seagraves.
You know, it was a fun place when I was young, but, right?
It's a shithole.
It's been a shithole now.
No, but I mean, I get what you're saying. It's funny, because I went to Fairfield University for undergrad, and before I owned a home, I lived down there,
Oh,
and I
no.
didn't understand why people were I'm like, they're such assholes. What do they care what we're doing? Now that I pay taxes, my taxes are almost $40,000 a year, whatever the hell it is, 30-something. I'd kill a kid if I saw them urinating in my front lawn or
I
setting
really only have found one group of kids in 17 years. I have a very careful lease, I interviewed the
Yeah.
parent, you know, they signed it, they guarantee. One parent was an a-hole, and I'm not gonna talk certain sports, and the parent was, the whole room, they graffitied the whole room. And I said, these are kids.
Oh.
And I said, what do you think, I don't expect my college kids to graffiti.
No.
Now I gotta skim coat the whole thing.
Yeah. See, that I can understand. Of all my complaining, it was never someone was destroying the property. Someone was drunk and puking
Oh,
in
I
the front
love that.
yard. Yeah, but like, I never knew anyone that would be like,
That was
here,
the only time that happened.
let's trash a house.
It was expensive to
Yeah, that's terrible. In fact,
walk a few
the
doors,
house
punch a
next
few
to me
doors drunk.
was like 11 or 12 guys in the baseball team, and like, I mean, it wasn't a clean house, but they didn't trash their house. You know, like they maintained it. It wasn't, you know, the shit was everywhere. But we had a kid that tried to light a lawnmower on fire, just drunk. And I thought it was funny when I was 20. Now, if I paid property taxes, I'd kill that kid.
Yeah, it's hard. You become older, you learn, you pay for something your parents didn't pay for.
Oh, I know. All right, let me read this one on the record. Hang on one second. Okay, it is now 6:57. This is Appeal 271, property address 131 Sawyer Road. Owner, MFD LLC. Town value, $694,500. Ask amount, $400 even. Okay?
Okay, so if you look at this.
And you just, I don't have to re-swear, but you have to sign again, please.
Which one?
Just sign, that's how you sign.
This one's easy, because I got a lot of comments.
Okay.
Precinct, perfect. I know my facts. I got comments.
Where's Sawyer Road?
It's up by all those streets, going up towards Black Rock Turnpike.
Okay. All right.
Know where that is?
Yeah, I know where Blackbird Turnpike is. The
Yeah, you
realtors
got
will know. I'll pull
Anyadi,
them
all
out.
those Hungarians.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
They run right past that Jewish cemetery, right across,
Yep.
going past there, right across there, almost all Hungarian builders built those.
Oh, no kidding. All right.
Yeah, so that's where it is. So Sawyer Road.
Those are Hungarian names, like Rakoczy. Yeah.
They're
Okay.
all Hungarian
Okay.
names, believe it or not. A lot of Hungarians lived in that neighborhood. So I don't remember Hungarian. I'm Hungarian actually, but speak to Hungarian. But
Oh, no kidding.
yeah, quite.
So this man passed away now, but my sister's husband's stepfather was Hungarian, and they used to go to right down. What is that? It's not there. What is that road? Do you know where Super Stop and Shop is? Not the one on Kings Highway, but like Villa, like over by there.
Oh, the other, yeah.
And on that, whatever the hell that street is called, I don't know what it's called. There was a place that was called like, heading that way.
Oh, okay.
You came down Tungus Hill, and then whatever that main road, I don't know what it's even called. Villa Ave, is it? Whatever it is. And then I think it turns into something else. Yeah. At any rate, there was a place he would go, by St. Emery's Church.
Well, there are Hungarian churches. In Bridgeport on North Avenue, there's one right there on Black Rock, Kings Highway.
Yeah, I
Right
think
across
it's
that
called
Hungarian church, and
But-
they used to have dinners there.
Well, across the street was like a thing called like, it was just called Goulash, like that was the name of the place.
Right, it was different. The
Yeah.
pastor kind of is a Protestant, so different times they've had different cooks.
Yeah.
I haven't gone lately, but.
Anyway, he loved it.
It was very, very good.
It was a long time
Different
ago.
times,
Yeah, long time ago. Okay, here we go,
All
come.
right, so 131 Sawyer Road. So this particular house, actually, this house, I bought the house, market value, in 21 for $300,000. So this house is in really bad shape. So basically, I really would have bought it for trying to get a two-family there. The problem is you need 9,000 square feet of land.
Okay,
Okay, so what makes the property good there on any of those streets, you could do a two-family house if you have over 9,000 square feet, right? So the problem is these crazy price they put on, if you look at it, they're putting total value, the new value is $694,500. They're putting $635,000 value on the lot.
okay.
Okay. And that makes no sense. They just sold the house next door to me, which is, I've got all the address, is 143 Sawyer Road, just sold, literally a few days after when the assessment was supposed to be October
Okay.
25. November 7 days after you're using.
So under contract though, in the.
No, it's closed. It closed.
Yeah, but I'm
It was
saying under contract
during
in the
that
time,
for a long time.
exactly.
And I was actually the other buyer, and I actually could have it for less, but this guy offered a little bit more, but not a lot. So, and he almost didn't close, and I was gonna close quicker, cash. But the bottom line is it closed on November 7, 2000, I have it listed here, $500,000. That has 9,720 square feet of property, so that house could be torn
Could
down
use it, yep.
and built a two-family. But besides that, the house is, one floor is 1,282 square feet of ranch, beautiful house, very nicely done, a nice deck that was newer to kitchen, everything. So it's a nice house, got an unfinished attic and 960 square feet. So total square feet of 3,748 square feet is possible. This is a 3-bedroom house. My house is a 2-bedroom house. So certainly, that's a value,
Sure.
market value, that you couldn't get better than that, you know what I'm saying? Let's see what else I have on there. Let's see what I did. 143 Sawyer Road, and the property, believe it or not, that house is a lot bigger than mine,
Yeah,
and the house is 60,000 in real nice shape, and mine is 59,000, a lot smaller. So either way, they'd have to reduce the house by a fair amount, because my house has to be either torn down or redone, hasn't been occupied, can't be really occupied. And the land on this particular one is only approved for two family.
yeah,
And it's same value almost.
okay, okay.
So, but the real value, the market value, that's a ridiculous price. They probably didn't appeal it because they just bought it, and they're gonna sell it, because they're gonna.
Right,
either
renovate,
tear it down
whatever,
or renovate it and sell it for more money. So that's a recent sale right there. Can't get better than that.
Yeah,
The second sale I have is right up on back of it. It's 336 Hunyadi Avenue, Hunyadi. And that particular land is beautiful. It's sold, it's 12,150 square feet. So you could really build it big. And they tore it down. It was sold right before, like 9 months before, 12/27/24, market value. I looked at the house, and this guy paid more. Actually, I could have bought it. It was like $375,400, and then he came and offered $450,000. But it's,
so that was closed for?
it closed for $450,000.
Okay,
12, and the key thing is they tore it down and built a beautiful, I'm talking 2,007 square feet each side, and they're worth $1 million. But that's what he paid for it. So certainly, that's much bigger than my lot,
okay.
50% bigger than my lot. So mine would be worth a lot.
yeah,
Would be worth a lot. Actually, it wouldn't be worth a lot less, because I couldn't do a two-family unless I bought more land, which I'm working on, which I'll have. But the bottom line is, that's a great comp.
okay,
Okay, so these are all nice current. Then the third comp I have is on Sawyer Road, is 86 Sawyer Road, which is 9/16, literally 30 days before that period where they're looking right,
Mhm.
that particular period of October, end of October. And it's a two-family house already. In that house, believe it or not, the land is 13,700, bigger than the other house that's sold. And that house is all done, it's got 5 bedrooms, one apartment has 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, and the other one has 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. Gross area of everything was $5,600. And the house only sold for $662,000, which is the value they're basically just about putting on my house. Actually, my house they put higher, which is crazy. I mean, that's already done, fixed up, nothing to do.
Yep.
So I gave you 3 comps here. They're very good comps. I mean, I can't see how anybody could argue with any appraiser. They're right there next door to me and back of me. And the other house is on the same street, 5-6 houses down. So, I mean, I got great comps. Very confident that, definitely the value, certainly can't be made that high. And I could have afford it before, because even before they raised it to double what I paid recently,
Yeah.
I just didn't bother with it. I figured I'd tear it down, I'll buy another lot, like another part of the lot,
And,
make it a 2-family house, which is what I'm working on, that's all I have.
You have a line on something or what?
Yeah,
all right,
I worked
good,
on it for a while, but then even then, it's worth $500,000, that's what it sold for, $450 to $500, that's all they sold for, right there.
Right.
And I wouldn't argue with that if they gave me that price that they sold for, I'm not gonna argue for it.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna get their money when I tear it down and build a duplex, because they're gonna have a good value, because I'm gonna sell each side, probably give one to my other daughter, and give the other, sell one side.
That's what I should have done. I should have married a builder. I could have done that roof for free.
No, you never do it for free, probably be more costly. You
You're
wanna be
right.
like my guy, I've done it for a long time, I'm really a financial guy, but I've done building for a long time,
Yeah.
more commercial. But the funny part is my builder, I'm talking like 45 when I built my house, it was funny, I hired this builder. And the funny part is, he ended up fooling around with one of my neighbors.
Oh, I thought you were going to say your wife.
No, not my wife, thank God, she wouldn't, she tried. I've been with my wife for 46 years. But he did try, and the guy ended up getting divorced, he had 2 kids, one had disability, so I never had a lot of respect for the guy, so you know what I mean? It happens a lot,
Oh, I believe it. I mean, to be fair, it's close quarters, and we're doing something important at your house,
Oh, you feel sorry. Oh, your husband Joe is always working. He's never home. You got 4 kids, so we have 4 kids. And it was funny, because the neighbors would come in, because I was so young at the time, and I was like 24, 25 when I had some. And I bought the house, houses unbelievable, I put a lot of efficiency on. But the funny part, I remember neighbors would come knock on the door. They thought she was the cleaning woman, my wife. And she goes, how can you afford to buy furniture for the house? How can you afford to do curtains? I mean, she telling me they thought I was a drug dealer or something, No, I was just working on it.
Yeah, busting your ass,
Apparently my builder was saying, hey, Joe, your husband works too much, he's never taken care of you, he's never taken care of the kids, blah, blah, blah. And she was laughing, she was telling me the whole story.
So did you let him finish, or
the what?
Did you let him finish the job, or did you like, you gotta get out of here, you gotta get out of here?
But I got rid of him as soon as I made a deal with him, I would finish everything else, because, and I had to come with my suit and tie at 9, 10 o'clock, because he promised to do things, he didn't insulate the windows. Here I'm with a suit and tie, taking it off, and
insulating the inappropriate comments to the wife.
Why would I pay somebody else to GC something, So I've done a lot of that stuff over the years, a lot of it. So, and now I've done big commercial ones, and I kept most of the properties, luckily, so it's worked out well.
It worked out well for
The
you.
best thing to do is if you could hold on to it.
Yeah.
You don't make money short term, you'll make money, but by the time you pay. That's why the best thing I try to get my kids, take care of your house, pay the debt down. Once you own it, the bank doesn't own it, the only people you gotta worry about is the property taxes.
Taxes?
Right? You got an insurance in case it burns, and you wanna make sure you pay the IRS so they don't take it from you. Right?
That's it.
But,
My uncle used to say, okay, last of the night. I am going to just give you some background information before I read some of this information onto the record.
Okay.
Actually, let's do it this way. It is 7:17 p.m. This is appeal number 328. Property address is 1116 Reef Road, owner Alice Flanagan, town value $912,519, ask amount $350 even. Okay, by way of introduction, I am Katie Gusson. I am one of the 9 members of the Board of Assessment Appeals. We are, taxpayers that ran for office. It's voluntary, though. It's not like we're getting anything out of this. But we want to make sure that the assessor's office does a good job. So that's what the board is here to do, oversee that process. Each of us here has as many cases as we can. We have about 1,000 to get through this, which actually I didn't think was crazy because almost 2,000 applied at the informals to Tyler directly.
Yeah.
So I thought we'd have at least that because not many people got satisfactory results there. At any rate, 1,000 came. We will go through them all independent, like as many as we can, all 9 of us. We'll then get together as a whole group, deliberate, make a decision. We'll notify the assessor's office, and we notify them the night we finish the appeal. That hearing won't even begin until probably 2 more weeks. So you'll hear 5 to 7 days. Okay, yeah. Okay, I'll wait. I can yell, but
Yes.
okay?
Yeah.
So once we do the deliberations, we tell them immediately. They have about 5 days to tell you, but they have not been great with notification. So, but they will. They'll get it done. So I would imagine you won't hear before April. When you hear, depending on what we decide, you'll have instructions on how to move forward. If you get the number you want, great. If you don't, you have options. You can go to court, you can go to appeal next year. But all that information will be in their letter to you sometime, hopefully in April. Okay? Okay. I am just going to swear you in, and it can be either of you that signs this. If you just both raise your hands up. Do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Okay. So if you just sign that, and then we can move forward. This is good. Who did it?
Tyler Bierbauer.
Okay.
Taylor Bierbauer.
Okay, thank you for this. And now is your chance to let me know everything you want me to know.
Okay. Well, we did it with the telephone interview.
Okay.
That didn't work.
Right, it's not, no one really had a successful turn there.
Okay, and then I wrote this one in, and they didn't like that, so I went to Taylor.
Okay,
and
good.
he did a good, he did professional.
Okay, let me see what his comps are. Because that is ultimately what you want to show, is that homes in your neighborhood, in your style or condition, sold for a certain amount of money during a certain period of time. A little snapshot.
He did
so
that.
That's what appraisers are perfect at doing. Let's see what he picked.
But he also talked, I don't think anybody ever went and looked at the house.
No, I know.
They didn't notice that it was right next to a bar and a liquor store.
You're lucky to take the hearing aids out. Then you don't have to deal with those. I went to Fairfield University for college,
okay,
so I know how awful it is down there.
It's a secret.
Yeah.
They're nice guys, but it's off,
I know. If you needed help, if you needed them to take your garbage or something, I think they would.
Oh, they helped me carry in a TV once.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Yeah. Okay, okay, subject. So then these are the comps. Okay. Okay. And then he made adjustments. Okay. Where do you want to be? 350.
Well, that was the one I said. He said it was more closer to 600.
Yeah. So what?
I don't know.
Okay. Okay. I mean, wouldn't it be great if we could get to 300? But unfortunately.
Well, but you know what it was? It was assessed for 210. I think I have these papers.
Yeah.
And then it went up.
A crazy amount. Well, remember though, the assessed value is just 70% of your total.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not really what the number that they give you. Let me see. What do they say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, this was the assessed value from there all the way up to here.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Let me just put it down to have it. So this is 5 years ago. I wonder why. Now, we'll do everything we can here. I don't think we'll go to 3 if the professional says 6, but we'll do what we can. Okay. Have you looked into their discounts for senior citizens?
Yeah, but we can't live there. We don't live there.
But I don't think.
What?
Okay.
No. Because,
Okay. So then they put you up to 40, 20, 33. And let me just do the values of that.
Okay.
50% of X equals that, so we're dividing, so let's go 210. That's a huge jump.
That's why we're here.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, majority of value is going to be in,
Yeah.
615. Did that really have you? That's just nuts. Okay. Will you rent this out to kids?
I have been, yeah.
Yeah. Are they good to it? The last guy
Yeah.
was just in, and like, he's only had one trouble. He's on Circle Beach, and he's only had one group of kids that were just awful.
Yeah.
But everyone else has always been good.
They've been nice. They've been nice to kids. And then they went up, they took off 2,000 with the second one that I did.
And this is,
After my written one that I did.
okay, so, got it. Okay, so right, down to that. Okay. I don't know, okay.
Okay.
People aren't having a good experience with them. I don't know what it's like. I don't know, but okay, we'll get through it.
Yeah.
All right, so 350 is not going to happen, I can tell you that, but
I figured that, yeah.
but we, what do you shoot for the stars, right? Okay, so we've got this, and we'll go from here. Okay.
Well, I did get the 350 from the house 2 doors down.
Okay.
With their assessment.
Okay.
They had 5 houses in that was in this one, in the same area.
Okay.
And I wrote it
Is
down.
it's there, but did we have any paper, pictures or anything like that?
Oh, I didn't. I put them in the back of that.
Okay. Oh, maybe.
I don't think I put it in the back of.
You have a field card. Okay.
Yeah, I did. Good.
Okay, good. You are. This one, the 1090 Reef.
Yeah, it's 2 houses down.
And what is it that you want us to see? That's
Well,
not a
they
great.
they had 5 houses in, and it was assessed for, I think, 1,500 or 1 million.
Yeah, 1.5 million.
Yeah.
Oh, what are you saying? There's 5 properties in
5
there?
properties, yeah. So I figured we had the smallest one and compared it to the smallest one,
Yeah.
and that was 350.
Okay, I see how you.
But I was told that doesn't count because it's not sold.
Right, because you can't, dividable, you mean?
No. It's
Oh, you're saying,
It's not a sold
correct.
one.
'Cause
This is,
it's not that it doesn't count. Who told you it didn't count? It's not great.
oh, okay.
It's better to show what sold, because then you can say that's what it was worth.
Yeah,
But this still matters.
okay.
But,
That was the one that got me $2,000 off.
oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
All of this can't be right, though. I guess it is. That all of these are worth 1.5?
Yeah.
And they want to,
Yeah. Good, you understand.
now I understand. Okay, so let me make that very clear. So let me go through this before I'm like, what's going on here? So this is, what do we say, 1090, okay.
Yeah. I'm glad I stayed awake.
Well, I'm glad you guys got notified, because the other night I was here, 12 appeals, no one came, because no one received a notification. So we were just sitting here, so by 5 o'clock, I was like, oh, by 4:30, I was like, okay, there's a problem. So I started calling people, and of the people that answered, one man was coming because he went on the website and saw that his property, the clerk has to post the agenda. So he's like, I saw my address, so I'm coming. And I was like, oh, thank God.
Good for him.
I know. Yeah, I know. But he was, he didn't have anything with him. I'm like, you got to go get me something. Okay. But I'm glad he came. Okay, good. Good, guys. You keep that. Because I don't need it. All right, this is good. All right, like I said, we'll finish this, and hopefully you like what happens. If not, I mean, I can't guarantee anything anyway, but hopefully it works in your favor, and then you move from there. okay?
That it? I can make it home?
Yeah, go home.
No, it's the driving at night.
I know. Well, how, you have to go far, you're on Ruane?
Yeah, I know.
But with, you know what it is? It's the new headlights.
New headlights,
Yeah.
they go right in your eyes.
Get yellow sunglasses, they make them, I think you
Oh, I
can
think
get
I've
them,
seen them,
it makes
yeah.
a difference.
It does.
Or they sometimes have a visor that you can clip to your, like, sun visor, you put down, it's like a yellow film.
Yeah.
It just dulls them, because it's insane.
And then other people are walking around with the brights on.
I know. Well, now, like, to be fair, my car's headlights look like brights, and they're not. They're just, here's the difference. The brights, I think now, don't get brighter, they just become more.
Yeah.
So when someone flashes, they're not wrong. The light is too bright. It's just, that's just how it is now. Anyway, all right, guys, best of luck. It was nice to meet you both.
This was it. But we had that Taylor's thing.
Yeah, a huge difference.
Yeah.
Huge difference.
Yeah. He goes through and explains
And
everything. He talks
exactly,
about the
it
car
does, and
the way
shows
it's
the comps,
stored.
and so it's hard to argue, yeah. Okay.
But I still like the 350.
Me too,
But
let's see.
you saw how I got that.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I don't think the rest of the board will agree, but I understand why.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Okay, thanks.
Anyway, good luck.
Thank you.
Bye now.
No.
One more and then take a right. There you go.